So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today is August 3, Saturday. I'm speaking with Mr. Kajal Dasgupta. He is in Boston area, Massachusetts. I am speaking from New York. So, Mr. Dasgupta, আপনার দেশ কোথায় ছিল? What was your দেশ?
আমার দেশ ছিল, আমি গ্রোন আপ হয়েছি কুমিল্লাতে।
কুমিল্লা।
তখন আমি বলছি বিফোর পার্টিশন, বিফোর ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স, ত্রিপুরাতে দুটো স্টেট ছিল, একটা হলো পার্বত্য ত্রিপুরা, আরেকটা হলো ব্রিটিশ ত্রিপুরা।
Yes.
কুমিল্লা হলো ব্রিটিশ ত্রিপুরাতে আর কি।
তো কি নাম, কোন, was it a village or town?
আমার জন্ম হয়েছিল আমার মামা বাড়ি কাঞ্চনপুর।
ওকে।
কাঞ্চনপুর হলো ত্রিপুরা ডিস্ট্রিক্টে আর কি।
সো সেটা কুমিল্লা থেকে, শহর থেকে কত দূরে? হাউ ফার ওয়াজ ইট ফ্রম কুমিল্লা?
মনে হয় যতটুকু মনে পড়ছে, আমরা যেতাম খানিকটা ট্রেনে, খানিকটা নৌকো করে, খানিকটা হেঁটে।
ওকে, সো ইউ টু টেক বোট এন্ড ওয়াকিং।
আপনার ধরুন চাঁদপুরের কাছাকাছি যেতে হতো।
ওকে,
তারপর থেকে সেখান থেকে নৌকো করে অন্য পারে গিয়ে তারপর সেখান থেকে খানিকটা দূরে খানিকটা হাঁটতেও হতো আমার মনে হয়।
ওকে, সো ডিড ইউ গ্রো আপ ইন কাঞ্চনপুর অর ইউ গ্রো আপ সামওয়্যার এলস?
আমি আমার হলো সমস্তটাই হলো কুমিল্লা শহরে,
কুমিল্লা সিটি, কুমিল্লা টাউন। ওকে, সো
ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স।
ইয়েস, সো ওয়্যার ইন কুমিল্লা টাউন ডিড ইউ ইউজ টু লিভ?
কুমিল্লার একবারে বিখ্যাত জায়গাটা, এটাকে বলা হয় কান্দির পাড়।
কান্দির পাড়, yeah, I have been there. So who is to live in Kandipar?
Kandipar, my father, my grandmother, and my mother, of course, and my other siblings.
Okay, so what was the profession of your grandfather and grandmother?
My grandfather was a Kabiraj. He was a Raj Kabiraj.
Raj Kabiraj, a physician.
And he died quite early, and he left enormous amount of properties, because in those days, it's being a Raj Kabiraj, he was treating it the Raja Maharaj and the Nawabs.
Yeah.
And he used to get salary in terms of land and jewelry.
Okay.
More.
Okay, and your mother, your grandmother,
grandmother was housewife.
Okay, so how was the building like? How was his home like?
Our building is a huge building. Now this building is now it is called residential college, law college, Kumilla Law College, residential college.
Oh, I see, sir.
It's a big area.
Okay, so did you go to school there?
My schooling was, early schooling was in Kumilla, Ishwar Pathshala, is a very famous school.
Yes, I have been there myself.
And then so after a year or so, the war broke out, and then whole town was evacuated and then all the militaries was posted everywhere.
Okay.
Entire administration went to the military.
Okay.
And that was the first time I've seen the military, how they move their vehicle, how their uniform, etc.
Okay.
And that was, I think I was about 8 or 9 years old at that time.
Okay. So
the big surprise.
How did you used to go to school?
School I used to go by walking. It is about a mile from my house. And then schooling was for a short period, about a year or so.
Okay.
Thereafter, in 1942, we had to evacuate.
Okay. And where did you go after evacuation?
We went to Mahabari in Kanchanpur.
Kanchanpur,
Mahabari. That was the end of my schooling days.
So you didn't go to school at Kanchanpur?
No, Kanchanpur, you see, my Mahabari was also very learned family.
Mm-hmm.
They had their own toll. Toll, you know the toll?
Yeah, toll. Very famous.
My grandfather's younger brother, he used to run the toll.
Okay.
I remember I joined the toll, and that was my first experience how toll it is.
Okay.
And he used to take the classes, teach us regularly.
Okay.
I think I spent there about a year or so. Then we were allowed to go back to Kumilla in a restricted manner.
Okay.
And when we went back to Kumilla, my family, my brother, myself, and my mother and my grandmother, we are the only civilians in the town.
Okay. So, what was your grandparents' name?
My grandfather was Tarak Chandra Dasgupta,
Okay. And grandmother?
Sushila Sundari Dasgupta.
Dasgupta. And how many brothers and sisters you had?
I had we are 5 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. So now, give us a little description of the house you lived in. Is it a hut? Is it a concrete build, brick and concrete?
It is a complete building. It's a big building.
Okay.
It's a big building, and there are lots of areas and around the building. There are tenants also. A number of tenants there in the around surrounding buildings.
Okay.
And my grandmother used to look after the property.
Okay.
Because there are about 15 or 20 tenants were there.
Okay. So then what happened? As comes 47. So what happens close to 47?
You see, my father, after doing matriculation, my grandfather died.
Okay.
He went into business. He started with B.K. Datta, Bodhu Datta. You know Bodhu Datta, he is chairman of United Bank of India. He became the chairman of United Bank of India. And his father, it was Kumilla Banking Corporation.
Okay.
My father and Bodhu Datta is Narnath Datta, who is the chairman of Kumilla Banking Corporation. My father and Bodhu Datta started another bank separately.
Okay.
The name was New Standard Bank.
Okay.
And then when slowly bank grew up, these 2 banks united and merged together.
Okay.
And then from my ID, I have learned from my Bodhu Datta that my brother and my father and Bodhu Datta were such a good friend. They decided my father should leave, because otherwise, if there is any conflict between 3 of them, my father would be a lone person. So instead of having a quarrel, he left the bank. He started separately. He built on cotton mill business.
Okay.
And then he started cotton mill. During the time of cotton mill, the war broke out, and the machinery was imported from England, I think from Manchester, and mill couldn't start properly. And during the war time, there was no activities of mill. After the war, the riot started, and then independence started. Mill couldn't run properly because of the oil trouble. And then during the time, 1946, my father realized, I think I can guess now, that he could not be able to stay in Kumilla because it would go into the Pakistan. And from 46 onward, he started going to Calcutta to find out a place where he can start a fresh cotton mill, and then to build up a cotton mill needs a land, etc. Everything, infrastructure.
Yeah.
On and off, used to come to Calcutta and went back to Kumilla. And then I realized at the end, just before the independence, I think sometime July, in the month of July, something in that July, my father and Bodhu Datta, B.K. Datta, they hired a aeroplane, and they fled from Kumilla to Calcutta.
So what happened? Do you remember? Was there any attack on Hindu minority or anything?
No,
why were they scared?
Being a cultured city, cultured town, very cultured town.
Yes.
That was the place of Alauddin Khan.
Yes.
His younger brother used to stay very close to our house.
Yes.
E.R. Ali Khan. He then migrated. He then went to Shantiniketan. After independence, he came back to Kumilla again. And then Sachin Burman, I have seen my school days.
Yeah.
Sachin Burman, they had a Rajbari in Kumilla also.
Yeah.
He studied in Kumilla College.
Yeah.
And then very cultural town. There was no.
But was there any attack on Hindus or anything? Why were they scared?
Not in the town.
But
all attack in the surrounding town, in the outskirts of the town.
Yeah. So, but what made him feel like he couldn't stay? he couldn't stay even after partition?
We felt that because of the situation would be like that, Hindu will be minorities, they will be able to run business in Kumilla.
Okay.
That's why he started organizing himself
Okay.
so that he can build up a cotton mill in Calcutta.
Okay.
And he did it. I can tell you, without leaving everything behind, only few, I don't know how much money he could bring to Calcutta. With his own reputation, he built up the capital. He bought a cotton mill from Ahmedabad.
Oh.
Whole cotton mill he bought it from Ahmedabad and
Okay.
transported to Calcutta. And the cotton mill was installed at Belgorия.
Okay.
The land is there. You can. The state government has acquired this land. This is state transport garage and Saraswati press. That is the area of Kumilla. That was the name of the cotton mill was Bhaggolokhi Cotton Mill.
What was the name?
Bhaggolokhi Cotton Mill.
Oh, Bhaggolokhi Cotton Mill. Yeah.
That
In
is the
Belgorия. In Belgorия.
Just after Dunlop Bridge.
Oh, yeah. So, but how? And then how did the? Is it all of you moved to Kolkata at the same time, or did you move step by step?
I'll tell you. I think I moved in the year 47, sometime in the year in the month of November, December. I came back to Calcutta. I joined my parents there, and then I started my schooling fresh. The last 3 or 4 years, I didn't have any proper schooling at all.
Okay.
And when we had a shelter in Calcutta in a prime area in Chorongi, that was the time of the on English British used to pay.
Yeah.
We are the only Indians in that locality.
Okay.
Because the property my father acquired, it was a British property. It was a company named as Dora Smith. He purchased the business, and then on the first floor of the business there are 2 rooms, and we had our accommodation in these 2 rooms. All our refugee relations, they took shelters in our house. At least, I think, at a moment of time, about 25-30 people used to come to our house, stay with us.
So, do you know if anybody in the family was ever harmed or anything?
Yes, our village people were harmed near Kanchanpur, where my mother's family was.
Mama Bari. Yeah.
But they were hurt.
Okay.
And my father's ancestral house also there. They are also hurt. They are disintegrated. I don't know how many of them suffered. They had suffered physically.
So, but what happened to your property in Kumilla city?
Kumilla left the property.
But did you get any compensation from anybody?
Very, very meager, because my father didn't. You see, he was in danger that he couldn't go to Kumilla because his name was listed as a one of these, what the unwanted citizen of Pakistan.
Oh, he was listed as one of the unwanted citizens. He could be arrested then.
He could run, so he never went to Kumilla. I visited Kumilla once.
Okay, when did you go?
I went to Kumilla first in 1949.
Okay.
And then 1982.
82. But 49, you were very young then.
49, I was 16 years old.
Yeah. So how did you go there? Who did you go with?
We didn't have any passport. We could just go there.
But did you go by yourself or with somebody else?
No, I went myself. I was smart enough to go by myself.
Okay. And in 82, when you went, how did you go?
I had started a business collaboration with Dhaka. Somebody known as very influential man, Anwarul Kobir.
Okay.
And Ahmedul Kobir. They had tea gardens. They had their automobile industry, and they wanted my help to start a electrical engineering business near Dhaka. That time I used to travel to Dhaka many a times. So once I expressed my desire to go to Kumilla, and he married, I went there for a day and then came back to Dhaka on the same day.
Okay. And did you go to Kanchanpur?
Kanchanpur in 49, after my matriculation, I went to Kanchanpur.
But not in 82?
Not in 82.
Do you have anybody there in Kumilla or Kanchanpur?
In my mother's side, some of my mother's uncle and his they are my mother's cousin. They still they are not in Kumilla. They have migrated to Dhaka.
Dhaka. Okay. So how was it? How did you feel when you saw your property where you grew up? What was the feeling like?
I was emotional about when I reached Kumilla. I went to located my house. They have maintained the house very nicely. It was evening. I went to our ancestral building, and then person he was there in the office. I said, I am so and so. This is our earlier days our
Your property, your home.
property. Then he said, he says, yes, you want to see anything? I said, I would like to go around. They maintain the house very nicely, very nicely.
So, but it is an institution now.
It is an institution now.
Yeah. What's the name again?
The institution is Kumilla Law College.
Law College. Okay. All right. So when after they came to, you already mentioned, to Kolkata. So how was the life like in Kolkata after 47?
47 after Kolkata, when we came back to Kolkata, living in two-room flat, and there are 30-40 family members. They came as a refugee.
Mm-hmm.
My father couldn't say the no to. They have been accommodated. All the 30 people in our house.
Yeah.
That was a very tough time for us. Very tough time, because we didn't have any place to sleep. We didn't have a place to study.
Or bathroom.
Very difficult to study, continue my study.
Yeah, yeah.
Ultimately, after 2 or 3 years, they slowly they find out their shelters, and then we had a reasonable space to live in.
Okay, so
then he built up a house near what is the area near Lake Market. He not built up. He purchased an old house after demolishing the house, and he built up our present residential building
in Lake Market area. Yeah.
In Lake Market.
Okay,
area.
so do you remember any special moments of your stay in Kumilla? Something very touching, something very special, something that you remember?
Kumilla was a place and very cultural. Every house they used to, music was their passion in Kumilla.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Music was a passion. And my father used to play very good piano player, and also violin used to play.
Mm-hmm.
My mother also learned music after our marriage, and I also started in my school days to learn tabla and etc. Music is a passion for almost in every house.
Yeah. Now, did your father ever reminisce what would have happened to him if he forcibly stayed back in East Pakistan after partition?
He would have been arrested.
Arrested and
he would have been there was a secret he came to know.
Okay.
That's why he left in disguise.
Yeah.
Hired a plane. It is in those days. I don't know how he has arranged this.
Yeah.
Hired a plane.
Okay.
Think of a single person hired an aeroplane.
Must be a fortune. He spent a fortune.
I never asked him. He never.
From Kumilla itself. From Kumilla itself, it flew. Kumilla airport.
Kumilla, there was a military airport.
Yeah.
In the time, that airport was used for landing the aircraft.
Yeah. So, can I ask you, what do you think? Why Hindus like your family were not able to stay back in Bangladesh, East Pakistan, but why Muslims in West Bengal stayed and didn't flee to East Pakistan?
You see, the Muslims in West Bengal are more secured as far as the religion is concerned.
Okay.
And the Hindus in Pakistan, particularly well-off people, they are insecure because they knew that they will be losing their property, they will be leading their life also.
Yeah, but even the poor Hindus have fled. Very poor landless Hindus have fled. Not just the family like yours, right?
Poor Hindus, they didn't flee. They tried to stay as long as possible.
Yeah.
At the end of the massacre, 1962-64,
Mm-hmm.
they started fleeing because they have no the land for cultivation also.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, when in India, as you grew up, did you ever feel discriminated? As like as opposed to when they were in East Pakistan, there was discrimination, feeling of that. Where you did your family ever feel anything unusual in India?
Because you see, as a Hindu, we had no problem here because we didn't depend on any government assistance.
Mm-hmm.
We had their own resource, and then we have established our own establishment.
Yes.
We had created job for people here,
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
Hindus or Muslim or anybody
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
needed a job. We had arranged the employment.
Yeah.
So
So
working meal needs lots of people to for employment.
okay. So if people ask you now, where are you from? What's your desh? What do you say? Do you
I
say
said in the passport, I says born in Kumilla,
okay,
Bangladesh,
mm-hmm,
and nationality Indian.
Indian? So if people ask you on the street in America, you say I'm Indian.
I'm an Indian
Yeah, yeah. So
because my passport is Indian
yeah,
passport.
yeah, of course. Um, I'm almost close to the end. Um, have you ever thought how would what would be how would Hindus and Muslims be able to stay together? Uh, Under what kind of situation?
You see, my next door neighbor in Kumilla,
Mm-hmm.
very renowned person, Dasgupta, he was a government leader.
Mm-hmm.
And his family members, some of the family members stayed back
Mm-hmm.
till, I think, 1964-65.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever tried, I don't know, because I think during the time of Ayub Khan,
Ayub Khan, yes.
they were all murdered.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, of course, you have answered that. So, very last question. So, is there anything else you like to say that I have not asked? Is there anything comes to your mind before we close?
Only thing is this: the war. We didn't have any idea of war. How we came to know war, I don't know. Still, I was about 10, 12, 11 years old. We had been told, we had been somehow so that the gossip came that there will be a bomb. We have heard about bomb
Okay.
because the cantonment are very close to Kumilla town.
Yeah.
We have heard the bomb explosion. And we have been told by who have told me, I do not know, but since we are a child, we are so scared that there will be a big bomb, such a so big bomb. It will be brighter than 12 sun.
Oh.
So bright. It will be so bright and so dark, hot that all of us will die one day.
Okay.
That idea, I do not know how we came to know in the wartime.
Okay.
This is the mystery for me.
Okay. All right. I thank you. Thank you very much for your time for the
Not at
interview.
all. Not at all.
Bye.
Thank you.